Well, hello again, everybody. It's Scott Casper, Takedown Wrestling. We cover the world of wrestling from coast to coast and border to border. This time we head north to Minnesota, to St. Cloud, to be exact, in St. Cloud State University. The head coach of the Mighty Huskies there is Steve Costanzo. Steve, welcome. How are you?
Pretty good. Good morning.
Our first Skype interview. How does it feel so far?
It's not too bad so far. I like the stuff.
Yeah, you like the Skype.
Yeah, I like it.
You like this guy. All right, let's go over a few of the things that have happened as of late. We did have a NSIC Hall of Fame inductee, a 2014 edition. The Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference has announced the 2014 Hall of Fame inductions, and the group features a wrestler from St. Cloud State.
Yeah, Mike Ryback.
How about that?
Yeah, he's a national champion, one of our, I think, 14 national champions that we have here at St. Cloud State. He was a four-time conference champion, our only four-time conference champion in school history, and much deserving of that award.
And now he's a doctor, by the way.
He is a doctor, former wrestling coach at Itasca Community College as well, where they won the national championship there during his tenure, and he's a great supporter of our program.
What's neat is that he was able to letter in both wrestling and football at the time. 4 times in wrestling, 3 times in football, and won the conference titles from 65 to 68 at 191 pounds. In other words, he wasn't just a taker, he was a giver. He constantly gave back to the program as an athlete, and now he's doing so as an alum. And I think that's pretty cool.
It is cool, and we have a lot of people just like Mike that are giving back to our program, and Mike's just one of a lot of men that are giving back to our program right now.
And I think he was an NAI national champ as well. And I want to go back. I mean, I don't think the NAI has gotten any tougher, surely. I think, if anything, it's gotten more difficult, or less tough. I think it's gotten more difficult. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think as of recently, yes, it's extremely tough right now. But back in the day when Mike was wrestling, it was from my understanding, it was very tough division.
Yeah, I think, and it's interesting to hear about these conferences and how they've evolved, and look at conference history. And it's kind of neat to see how the sport has evolved within the conference. We're talking with Steve Costanzo, and this is his first Skype interview today, so I know you folks are going to give him a little bit of room. St. Cloud State has also announced the 2014 recruiting class, coach, and it's a good one. Let's talk a little bit about it. You and your staff have put the work in to bring this team up to what I call a boiling point. Talk to us a little bit about what your goals were going into this recruiting cycle.
Well, we want to continue to add depth and competition to each weight class, and I think we did that. And in addition to that, we wanted to find the best student athletes in terms of not just math skills, but academic skills. And what's interesting is out of the 17 kids that we're bringing in, 15 of the 17 have over a 3.0 cumulative GPA. So I don't recall ever having a class, this gifted in the classroom, not just on the mat, but in the classroom. So we're really excited about the type of individuals we're going to be working with.
I like that, man. A cumulative GPA 3 or higher. How about this? You're bringing athletes in from 9 states. I know Brady Wilson on your staff has been working hard, as have you and others, but that's a big job, man, canvassing 9 states to come up with the athletes that you're able to sign. Talk about that.
Yeah, Brady's done a tremendous job, and not just the state of Minnesota, but this region, this area of the country. We also had Seamus O'Grady on staff this past year as well. Now, Seamus was a national champ for us 2 years ago at 184 pounds, and the outstanding wrestler at the national tournament. He did a good job coordinating visits and so forth. So I give credit to my staff and the efforts behind the scenes, and we would have never been able to scour 9 states by one person.
Now, I got to believe that's a heavy load indeed, no matter who you are. Let's talk about the individuals. Bates was able to you're able to get him on a transfer. Is that true?
He's coming in from South Dakota State. We actually recruited him a couple years ago, so we were pretty high on him a couple years ago, and things didn't work out for him at South Dakota State. So, he's got some former teammates, high school teammates, on our team right now, and I think we did a good job in their recruiting portion of it 2 years ago, and he's going to give us a look here. So we're excited to have Bates on our roster.
Green Isle, Sibley East High School, I think, is where he's from.
Correct.
Yeah, and kids transfer all the time for a lot of reasons, and if it just didn't work, it didn't work. Let's make a change and enjoy the experience. I think that's perhaps the greatest of challenges, coaches, is to accept the idea that change is inevitable, get on with it, and make that educational experience a successful one.
Yeah, it's we've had kids that had to leave here or left here for a reason or another before as well, and not that you ever want kids to leave your program, but sometimes it's just not the right fit for them or right place for them, whether it's academics or whether it's a philosophy of the program and so forth. So, sometimes transferring can be a healthy thing.
What do you see him at weight wise?
I think he'll be anywhere from 174 to 184, probably more like 174 his first year.
Valdez, Alaska. You've heard of Valdez, Alaska? I think at one time they had an oil spill there. Well, apparently they also have some pretty darn good wrestlers there. Let's talk a bit about this young man you're bringing in, Austin Rake.
Yeah, Austin's a two-time state champion in Alaska, also finished fifth in the prestigious Reno Tournament of Champions, and in terms of wrestling skills, I think he's proven himself, obviously at the state level, but on the national level as well, and he's a really good student on top of it. So, he's probably going to be anywhere from 165 to 174, and we're expecting big things out of him in the future.
I think Wrestling USA Magazine gave him All-American Honorable Mention honors this year. Quite a year, a career mark of 155 and 18, 41 and 0 just this last season. So he's finishing well. He's the type of guy that can get in there and wrestle at the Reno Tournament of Champions, RTC, and take fourth or fifth in that thing. I'll tell you what, that's hard. So there's a little bit of polishing to do, but nonetheless, you've got a guy there that can get her done. Linson hails from Cottage Grove and Park High School. Let's talk about Cody Linson out of Cottage Grove.
Well, Cody's he's a big kid, actually. He doesn't weigh much, but he's got a big frame. I think he's about 6'5", and Brady Wilson really liked him, our assistant coach. Brady's kind of a tall guy. He said he was kind of built just like him in high school. So, we think we can put some weight on this kid and get him a little bit bigger. He'd be a really nice, solid heavyweight for us.
Another North Dakota kid, Kurt Zachmeyer, joins the program. What can you tell us about Zachmeyer?
Kurt's an outstanding wrestler, very aggressive on his feet. Won 2 North Dakota State championships out there, and really didn't place in postseason nationals in Cedar Falls there, but I think he was one match away from placing, but really had a good tournament. We were really impressed by the way that he wrestled. So he'll be probably at 141, 149-ish, somewhere in there, but just small town kid that's got a lot of potential, and we see big things with him to come.
All right, so here's the question. Wrestling USA Magazine, All-American Honorable Mention. Again, what is it? What do? You look at the magazine, you go, I want this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Is that how it works?
Of course. We want all those good guys.
I like it. It works for me.
I just so happen those guys end up, in that category, and I think it's a hats off to their career and the type of student athlete we're getting here at St. Cloud State.
You're obviously attracting some great kids like Monty Holm out of Preston. Let's talk about Monty Holm.
Well, Monty's hasn't been wrestling that long, and in terms of his career. And this year he had one loss, and that came the first round at the state tournament. And in the state tournament, Minnesota State tournament, you lose that first match. Well, the guy that beat you, he's got to win his next match for you to stay in the tournament. Well, that didn't happen, so Monty didn't end up placing. But throughout the year, we've heard great things in southwest Minnesota about this kid, and just he's got a big upside, and that's why we went after him. We think that the best years are ahead of him.
That's very much like the repechage round. I like that word, but I just want to see kids wrestle. I don't want to have my career hanging in the balance of somebody else. I've never really liked that. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Ryan Stotler out of Glenwood. Talk to us about Stotler.
Well, that's traditionally in the state of Minnesota. That's a pretty popular name. His grandpa wrestled for Moorhead and was on their national championship team back in 1961, I believe, when Moorhead won the national championship in NAIA. He's also the second cousin, I believe, to Bucky Maughan, the former head coach at North Dakota State University.
That's what I'm talking about.
So he's got a little bit of wrestling blood in him, and he should be a good one. He's a good-looking kid, strong, very powerful. Finished second in the state this year, and again, he's in that category 74, 84. We're really needing a lot of kids in that area. We didn't have a lot of depth there, and we're a little bit older at that weight as well. So he's going to do a great job for us.
I saw it was a 2014 Guillotine Academic All-State Wrestler. First team award, was named on the honor roll 15 times during his high school career. Nice job. But catch this now. He compiled a career record of 104 wins, 49 coming by pin. Coach, I like pinners.
I like pinners too, and we seem to have pretty good luck getting these guys on board that are pinners. So that's one thing we look at as well. Do they just go out and try to score points, or are they going out there trying to dominate and get as many points as they can for the team and getting that fall? That's what it's all about. So that's what we like about Stotler as well. He goes out and he gets that pin.
A few states away, McPherson, Kansas was the home of Timmy Prescott.
Timmy is a junior college, two-time All-American, finished fifth twice, had a really good high school career down in McPherson, Kansas. Actually, this kid came up on a visit. I didn't know at the time, but he's married. Young man's married already, and he's really got his things together. He's again academically sound as well. Two-time junior college academic All-American on top of his wrestling credentials, and he's going to be anywhere from 25 to 33, and just expecting big things out of him. Really looking forward to working with him.
Where do you see Travis Swanson at weight-wise?
Travis will, eventually 141. What's nice about Travis is he comes from Cambridge Asante High School. We've already have two outstanding kids on our team. Clayton Jennison, who started for us this year at 174, who's the coach's son. Neil Jennison, who's a former alumni from here as well, or is an alumni from here. And then we've got Travis Holt on our team as well from Cambridge. And these Cambridge boys, and in case you didn't know, it's the same high school that Tony Nelson came from
Sure.
the University of Minnesota, and they're Luke Becker, assistant coach at Minnesota, same high school. So really good wrestling school. And Coach Jennison's done a tremendous job over there, but Swanson's going to come in. He's very aggressive. He's kind of raw, but at the same time, we like the way that he gets out and attacks you, and that's what attracted us to Travis.
So his weight, Coach, what do you see him at again?
Probably going to be 33 to 41 pounds.
33, 41, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was really hoping that he might put on a little size and perhaps be a bear like Nelson.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
They're expensive kids to have around because they eat so much, but let me tell you what, you can go a long way and not find a kid as good as Nelson. Tony Nelson, wow.
He's a special one.
Yeah, very special guy. His whole family's that way, I think. Let's see, where am I at? Is it Dietz?
Vince Dietz?
Dietz, I'm sorry, Dietz.
Yep, he's from Lockport, Illinois. Kid that I believe I think was even throughout his first couple years of high school, and then just over the past couple years he's really blossomed. Again, we go back to a pinner. He's a pinner. He gets on top and he's going after the fall, and he's beat a lot of good guys in terms of being able to get on top, ride hard, and go after that pin. So we see him at anywhere from 165 to 174 in that category, probably more like 165.
What about Wesley Schultz out of Wisconsin?
Wesley, I can't say enough good things about Wesley. Coach Brady did a great job finding this kid. Has only been wrestling since the 9th grade year in high school.
Amazing.
And finished third in state as a junior. undefeated state champion as a senior. Finished fourth or fifth, I believe, at the high school nationals in Cedar Falls postseason tournament. Again, another kid that has that pinning ability. So we see big things out of Wesley. I'll make a prediction here, but I think Wesley will end up being a national champion before his career is over here at St. Cloud State.
Wow. Well, he hasn't had enough time to develop any bad habits.
No, he hasn't. And again, it's appealing when you have kids like that are doing so well and have only been wrestling for such a short time. And not, Wesley's a good athlete, but I think the other thing that's really appealing with Wesley, he's very coachable.
Yeah.
And again, another kid that's just an outstanding student.
Win Magazine likes him a lot. Number 20 overall, by the way. That's the way Win Magazine sees him, and I'd say that's pretty high praise indeed. Coach, your team, your squad, the 2013-14 edition, finished with a 19-1 overall record in their third consecutive Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference Championship with a perfect in-conference record of 8-0. You placed sixth as a team at the 2014 NCAA Division II Championships. Tell me, though, on the way to the championship, I got to believe you were feeling pretty good about yourself. What happened to your the run at the title at the Division IIs?
Well, we're in a pretty tough regional, and we just got our regional changed this past year. We were only able to get 6 guys qualified, and we left a couple really good guys at home. Returning All-American, 2-time All-American, 2-time national finalist Andy Picorni didn't make it out of our regional. And at 141, Matt Nelson, returning All-American from the previous year, didn't make it out of our regional as well. So, leaving those guys home certainly didn't help our cause at all. And I know those guys gave a great effort and so forth, but when you go into a regional tournament like that, anything can happen. And
Yeah.
it wasn't just our team. I mean, you look around that regional tournament, and there was outstanding guys from all teams that were left home from that tournament as well. So you got to get out of that regional tournament. You got to get them in the national tournament where they can score points. And unfortunately, we left probably 20 to 25 points at home that weekend.
Coach, what do you have the boys doing through the summer months? November 6th is closer than we think. What kind of workouts, what kind of training, what do you have them doing?
Well, they all should be doing their strength and conditioning program right now that leads them right to the first day of classes, leads them up to the first day of classes. We've got these guys are coming in and wrestling 1 time a week, the guys that are in town, which we're pretty excited about that. We've got over 10 guys here in town that have stayed in the community and are working and training at the same time. We've got our heavyweight that's going to be going on a trip here. Austin Gorgon's going to be heading to Mongolia with Athletes in Action with Coach John Peterson here next weekend. I think he's leaving Saturday or Sunday, so he'll be in Mongolia for 2 weeks out there, freestyle and Greco. And so we've got a lot of kids doing a lot of things right now, and that's what needs to be happening.
I can understand having Seamus O'Grady and Brady Wilson and Merritt and Horn and all those guys, coaching and whatnot. Well, John Peterson, really? Come on.
John's, he works with Athletes in Action, so he's up here twice a week.
He's really good.
Mentoring guys on the side. And he's in our wrestling room at least once a week, just, walking around talking to guys and just being a great role model for them. These guys still works out, not very much on the mat anymore, but he's still off to the side working with kids and talking with them. And
what an inspiration, huh?
It is, and he just creates a special environment for us when he's in the room, and we're really fortunate to have him.
He and his brother have meant so much to so many people, not just through their Camp of Champs, but you go back to the performances at Iowa State, go back to the 72 Olympic Games in Munich, the World Championships, all that he's done before, during, and since have really been indicative of a championship life, a great role model, and to have him floating through that room and laying hands on, as it were, I think is a real benefit. What a nice surprise for those young men that sign up to be coached by you and your staff to have John Peterson on your staff as well. I think that is just absolutely tremendous.
Yeah, we're really lucky. He adds that spiritual side that I think is really important, and just pushes the kids to do right. And again, just a tremendous role model. We have over 45 guys on our roster, and I believe over 30 of those guys meet with him on a week-to-week basis.
Huh.
And that's not something that we, of course, we encourage that and everything to meet with him, but it's not something that we make mandatory. That's the choice of the student athlete to meet with him. So, it just makes us a better team, makes our kids better people, and that's what it's all about.
Let's talk real quick about John Peterson. Will he be back for the 2014-2015 season?
Yes, he will.
As broadcaster.
Oh, that John Peterson. Nicknamed Audio. Well, we hope so. John's looking for a job in the community right now, and we want him to stick around. He does a tremendous job for us, marketing our program, and so enthusiastic about our sport, so knowledgeable about our wrestlers and everything about them. So,
gosh, I would think that the athletic department there, who by the way just got a new logo, and I like it, Coach. It's aggressive. I think the dog has a little bit of an edge to him.
Yeah, I mean we've had some compliments on it, so hopefully it gives us an edge when we go out and compete.
Yeah, I think. I don't know if I don't know if you need any more of an edge than you already got. And with the O'Grady there, man, I wouldn't want to lose because I'd have to face O'Grady in practice.
Yeah, he's not a guy I'd want to mess with.
No, but what a nice guy. What a nice guy.
Yeah,
Steve, it's always good to talk to you. What do you want to tell your fans and faithful out there that follow the program, contribute to the program, take part, and generally live, eat, and breathe your program? What do you want to tell them?
I just want to tell them we really appreciate all their support, and we're a lucky program to have so many fans and people involved, and that's what makes it a special experience for our student athletes. I want to thank you, Scott, for all the work that you do as well behind the scenes, and your staff. You guys do a great job promoting wrestling, and keep up the great work.
Hey, thank you very much, and I'll let them know that too. They need to hear it more often than not. I'll guarantee you. It's good to hear. We appreciate it, Steve. We'll be catching up with you again as we get a little bit closer to the season, but great recruiting class. Thanks for taking time to go through it with us, and keep us posted on anything you need from us, okay?
Okay, take care. Thank you.